G'day, welcome back to the channel and welcome to another MGUY EV Quickie. This one is from my home country of Australia, and it talks about how the demand for EVs and the EV sales figures have actually declined between 2025 and 2024. Like in other countries, the demand for EVs just isn't picking up in the way that the net zero policies had anticipated or imagined, and that's going to cause a problem for these policies. Well, from my perspective, that's a good thing because I think these net zero policies are insane and we should abandon them straight away. But this is just another sign that the car buying public is just not convinced by EVs, and therefore they're just not buying them. We're just not getting the uptake. Electric car sales hit a bump in the road. Australians' uptake of all electric cars has tumbled despite more than 100 models now on the market, as worries about the cost of living and lack of charging points hit sales. The number of fully electric passenger and sports utility vehicles sold fell 4.5% in the first half of this year compared to the 6 months to July last year, down from 50,020 in 2024 to 47,749 this year. However, sales of hybrid vehicles continue to grow, indicating that vehicles that save drivers on fuel costs while producing fewer emissions are popular with motorists. Plug-in hybrid sports utility vehicle sales boomed in the first half of this year to 14,386, up 83% compared to the first 6 months of 2024. Traditional hybrid SUVs grew 27% in the same time. This year was the first that Australia recorded sales of plug-in hybrid light commercial vehicles, with 10,755 sold after the release of Chinese electric car giant BYD's Shark 6 Ute. Slow EV sales do not bode well for the federal government's emissions reduction goals. It also confounds the government's generous scheme to boost EV sales, with a waiver on fringe benefits tax, which can discount a vehicle sticker price by up to $30,000 when combined with an employer's novated lease arrangement. We're just not getting the uptake, despite the fact there's now 100 EV models available now, Federal Chamber of Automotive Industry's Chief Executive Tony Weber said. The fringe benefit tax exemption was previously available for hybrid vehicles but ran out on March 31st. Weber said it should be reinstated, coupled with more support for EV charging infrastructure. Motorists were reluctant to switch from an internal combustion engine vehicle due to the total cost of ownership of an EV, he said, including maintenance and charging costs, and concern about a lack of charging points making it inconvenient to use the car for daily commutes. Well, if you've seen my main video today about how the cost of charging stations is putting up the price of fuel, ironically, you'll know that these charging stations are just not an attractive investment proposition. And that, combined with the general apathy towards EVs, means that you can't force people to buy EVs. That's what the governments here and in the UK and the US until recently, obviously, have been trying to do. And people just don't want them. If the case for an EV were compelling enough, you wouldn't need subsidies. People would just go out and buy them without any prompting, because they are a compelling alternative to petrol cars. But at this stage, they just are not. And that is why people just are not buying them. All right, that's it for this one. Thanks very much for watching. Really hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next one. Bye for now.